Hello, everyone. Stephanie Wiseman here, founder of The Marsh and Marsh Stream. Okay, so tonight we have Joshua Raoul Brody. He's going to be playing Beatles songs with you and for you. And so thrilled to have Joshua here. He has been doing The Marsh for almost as long as I have. He's been worked with Ian Scholes, Deborah Gwynn, String of Pearls opera, so many things. Karen Carpenter Christmas. So let's welcome Joshua Raoul Brody to Wildcat Tuesdays. Thank you so much for coming, Joshua. What is that thing behind you?
That's the cover of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. It's a album by a group called the Beatles, and
Oh, oh,
I will be focusing in on their oeuvre. Uh, I have been doing a show for over 10 years at a variety of venues around the Bay Area. It started at Cafe Royale, and then worked its way down the street to Piano Fight, and across the bay to Alameda, and then Kensington, and the Right Spot, and now all those places are closed. And here I am. My bedroom is open. So I'm going to do it here. It's not exactly going to have the same interactive feel because of the technical limitations of this platform, but I will be happy to play any Beatles song that you want to sing along on. You can let me know through the chat group. There's a little window you can access through a button on the bottom of your screen. And make sure when you're typing in there that it says to all panelists and attendees rather than just to all panelists, so everyone can see what you're saying. If I'm too loud or too soft, or you can't hear the voice over the piano, or the other way around, let me know. I'm going to start off with one of my favorite Beatles songs. Which one? Gosh, they're all so good, aren't they? You know, even the shitty ones are still pretty good. Tell me why you cry and why you lie to me. Tell me why you cry and why you lie to me. Everybody. Well, I gave her everything I had, but she left me sitting on my own. Did you have to treat me oh so bad? All I do is hang my head and moan. Tell me why you cried and why you lied to me. Tell me why you cried and why you lied to me. If it's something that I said or done, tell me what and I'll apologize. If you don't, I really can't go on holding back these tears in my eyes. Tell me why. Well, I'm begging on my bended knees. If you'd only listen to my pleas, is there anything I can do? 'Cause I really can't stand it. I'm so in love with you. Tell me why you cried and why you lied to me. Tell me why you cried and why you lied to me. Bye, Stephanie. It's just you and me now. Hello, Carol. I remember your name from the other cafe. It's good to see you. Thanks for coming. Um, so that was an early Beatles song. I'll do a later Beatles song, but I do them all. I do the singles, I do the hits, I do the obscure B-sides. Penny Lane, there is a barber showing photographs of every head he's had the pleasure to know, and all the people that come and go. Stop and say hello. On the corner is a banker with a motor car, and little children laugh at him behind his back. And the banker never wears a Mac in the pouring rain. Very strange. Penny Lane is in my ears and in my eyes. There beneath the blue suburban skies I sit, and meanwhile back in Penny Lane there is a fireman with an hourglass, and in his pocket is the portrait of the Queen, and works to keep his fire engine clean. It's a clean machine. Ooh. Penny Lane is in my ears and in my eyes. Full of fish and finger pies in summer. Meanwhile, back behind the shelter in the middle of the roundabout, a pretty nurse is selling poppies from a tray. You know, she feels as if she's in a play. She is anyway. Penny Lane, the barber shaves another customer, receives the banker sitting waiting for a trim. And then the fireman rushes in from the pouring rain. Very strange. Penny Lane is in my ears and in my eyes. There beneath the blue suburban skies I sit, and meanwhile back Penny Lane is in my ears and in my eyes. There beneath the blue suburban skies, Penny Lane. I'm going to work down the requests. I see Here Comes the Sun. And if you don't sing on this, Erica, somebody else will. Ooh. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. It's all right. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. It's all right. Little darling, I feel the ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. It's all right. Sun, 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 here comes. 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 One more time. Sun, 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 here comes. Little darling, it feels the ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. It's all right. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. It's all right. It's all right. I am seeing lots of good suggestions, and I'm going to try and address them all. We've only got an hour. Andrea Michaels has been attending my Beatles thingies since almost the very beginning, almost as long as I've been going to the marsh. And Andrea does a lovely job of this. I wish you could hear her singing, but she'll be singing at home. So for all of you in her neighborhood, listen carefully. Before this dance is through, I think I love you too. I'm so happy when you dance with me. I don't want to kiss or hold your hand. You know, I know all the chords, but I don't know all the words. So I'm going to cheat. If you like the Beatles, and who doesn't, this is a great book. It's got all the lyrics and chords of all the songs the Beatles wrote and recorded. It doesn't have the covers. For that, you have to go elsewhere. But it's got the good stuff. And most of the chords are right, which a lot of songbooks aren't. Before this dance is through, I think I'll love you too. I'm so happy when you dance with me. I don't want to kiss or hold your hand. If it's funny, try and understand. There is really nothing else I'd rather do, 'cause I'm happy just to dance with you. I don't need to hug or hold you tight. I just want to dance with you all night. In this world there's nothing I would rather do, 'cause I'm happy just to dance with you. Just to dance with you is everything I need. Before this dance is through, I think I'll love you too. I'm so happy when you dance with me. If somebody tries to take my place, let's pretend we just can't see his face. In this world there's nothing I would rather do, 'cause I'm happy just to dance with you. Just to dance with you. Oh. If somebody tries to take my place, let's pretend we just can't see his face. In this world there's nothing I would rather do. I've discovered I'm in love with you. Oh, 'cause I'm happy just to dance with you. Andrea, did you get the ending that time? What do we got? Julie wants to hear For You Blue. You know, I'm always tempted to start doing that because I love that opening lick, the guitar lick, and I never remember the words. But this time I'm going to cheat and I'm going to sing the words along with you. Julie W. Because you're sweet and lovely, girl, I love you. Because you're sweet and lovely, girl, it's true. I love you more than ever, girl, I do. I want you in the morning, girl, I love you. I want you at the moment I feel. I'm living every moment, girl, for you. I loved you from the moment I saw you. You looked at me, that's all you had to do. I feel it now, I hope you feel it too. Because you're sweet and lovely, girl, I love you. Because you're sweet and lovely, girl, it's true. I love you more than ever, girl, I do. Erica Youngblood has a request, and we're going to honor it. But you know the first words of that song, Erica? 1, 2, 3, 4! She was just 17, you know what I mean. And the way she looked was way beyond compare. How could I dance with another? Oh, when I saw her standing there. Well, she looked at me, and I could see that before too long I'd fall in love with her. She wouldn't dance with another. Oh, since I saw her standing there. Well, my heart went boom when I crossed that view, and I held her hand in my hand.
her tight, and before too long, I fell in love with her. I'll never dance with another. Woo! When I saw her standing there. Whoa, since I saw her standing there. One more time. Well, since I saw her standing there.
And if I screwed up some of the pronouns, well, I just want to tell you they did too. How are we doing? We're going to go from the ridiculous to the sublime. This goes to my old buddy Gail, who she and I go back about 30 years, I think, to Denver, Colorado. If you wear it tonight, this is what I said tonight. 'Cause red is the color that will make me blue. In spite of you, it's true. Yes, it is. Scarlet were the clothes she wore. Everybody knows, I'm sure. I could remember all the things we planned. Understand it's true. Yes, it is. It's true. Yes, it is. I could be happy with you by my side if I could forget her. But it's my pride. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is. Yeah. Please don't wear red tonight. Remember what I said tonight. 'Cause red is the color that my baby wore. And what's more, it's true. Yes, it is. It's true. Oh, yes, it is. Please don't wear red tonight. Remember what I said tonight. 'Cause red is the color that will make me blue. In spite of you, it's true. Yes, it is. It's true. Yes, it is. It's true. Oh, what else we got? Cynthia? This is one of the songs the Beatles did not write, but I like their version of it so much better than just about any other version I've ever heard. It's a good song, but they make it an actually terrific song. Let's see if this is the right key. One thing you should know if I ever start doing this live again is I'm pretty good at changing keys on the spot. So if we started in the wrong key for you, you should let me know. I'll try and look at the chat line. Oops, one new message is below the screen. There she is. There were bells. That's going to be too high. There were bells on a hill, but I never heard them ring. No, I never heard them at all till there was you. There were birds in the sky, but I never saw them winging. I love the way he says soar. No, I never saw them at all till there was you. And then there was music and wonderful roses. They tell me in sweet, fragrant meadows of dawn and dew. There was love all around, but I never heard it singing. No, I never heard it at all till there was you. And there was music and wonderful roses. They tell me in sweet, fragrant meadows of dawn and dew. There was love all around, but I never heard it singing. Can't hear you singing either. No, I never heard it at all till there was you. Till there was you. There we go. Still taking requests? Oh, you guys got distracted by my singing. I'm so sorry. Dan Crawford says, Music Man was my first professional theater gig. My first professional theater gig was in the 4th grade. We were doing the Pied Piper of Hamelin. And I did not audition for the part of the Pied Piper, but I got it because I was the only kid in my class who could play the recorder. And I played, I think it was the Hall of the Mountain King or something on the recorder as the tune that would lure the rats to their doom. The whole play was written in rhyming couplets to make it easier for 4th graders to memorize. And I remember one couplet was, "It's a simple tune, but a magic tune with a charm that comes from behind the moon." And Miss Doyle said, "No, Joshua, it's tune. Say tune, not tune. Say tune." So I said, "It's a simple tune, but a magic tune with a charm that comes from behind the moon." And that was the end of rehearsal that day. Marjorie Hilson-Rad says, "Miss Pianos in the Park." And I thought you were referring to somebody whose name is Miss Pianos in the Park. But I think miss is a verb. I miss it too, Marjorie. Does everybody know about Pianos in the Park? Flower piano? They started doing it, I think, 5 or 6 years ago in Golden Gate Park in the Botanical Gardens. Dean Mermel, who's the musical director for Tom Jonesing, and Maro Fortissimo, who's a avant-garde composer and performance artist, joined forces and decided to festoon festoon the botanical gardens with a dozen pianos strewn throughout. And for most of the better part of 2 weeks, those pianos would just be there. By the way, this is not simply killing time. I'm actually getting my voice back. So the pianos would be there for the better part of 2 weeks for anybody to sit down and play. And then on a couple of occasions, there would be designated piano players, of whom I was one, who would play for like an hour or two. And I thought it was the stupidest idea I'd ever heard. And I've never been so happy to be so wrong. It was so magical and enchanting and right. I was thinking, botanical gardens, it's nature, it's woods. We don't need to gild the lily with this technology. But the pianos are so organic and they sound so lovely and they're so surprising and they're so incongruous. Plus, as a bonus, you've got all these tourists that are going to the gardens anyway, just to be tourists, and they're looking around and hearing the piano and they're going, oh my goodness, I guess it's true what they say about San Francisco. So I've been doing it every year since, and this year we're not doing it. But thank you for reminding me, Marjorie, and hopefully we'll do it next year. I've been working on this. So I don't do the piano thingy in bars anymore because bars are closed, but I have been doing it on my sidewalk. My sidewalk is on Bernal Heights. It's on Coleridge Street, a block up from Safeway. And every Wednesday from around 4-ish till 6, I've been doing it. And one of my neighbors has requested this song, and we've been actually working on it together. So now you can work on it. I'll tell you, this song is a little tricky because the first notes are really low and the rest of it's really high. So I'm going to start it too low for me. Fortunately, I have a microphone. I can cheat in on it. And then when we get to the high part, I'll back off. Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Now it looks as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Suddenly, I'm not half the man I used to be. There's a shadow hanging over me. Oh, yesterday came suddenly. Why she had to go, I don't know. She wouldn't stay. I said something wrong. Now I long for yesterday. Oh, it was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Why she had to go, I don't know. She wouldn't say. I said something wrong. Now I long for yesterday. Yesterday, love was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday. My goodness, that's a good song. They're all good songs. Gail, you gonna sing it? one of those that there's just enough words that I don't remember all of them. Those of you that have been to my Beatles thingies at the bars know what a rare treat it is for me to take a song title suggestion without demanding that you step up to the microphone and sing lead on it. There's a kitty singing in the dead of night. I don't know if you could hear that. Here she comes. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to rise. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these sunken eyes, learn to see. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to be free. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly, into the light of the dark black night. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly, into the light of the dark black night. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to rise. You were only waiting for this moment to rise. You were only waiting for this moment to rise. You were only waiting for this moment to rise. Mary Key Dash, is that your real name? What a great name to, what a great nom de zoom. I have to remember it. I got stuck on, yes it is. Here's an interesting thing about this book. I'm telling you, it's a terrific book, but their sense of the alphabetical order is not, does not comport with the Chicago Style Manual. All of the titles that start with the are under T for the. You guys are really ballad heavy tonight. I hope as we press on towards, holy cow, we're not quite at the end of our time together, but we're fast approaching it. So I'm going to do this ballad, and then I'm going to scoot ahead and see if there are any more up-tempo numbers as we near the finish line. And this song really does need the harmony. So I invite you at home, don't sing the melody, make up a part. That boy took my love away, though he'll regret
be happy just to love you. But oh my, that boy won't be happy till he's seen you cry. This boy wouldn't mind the pain, would always feel the same if this boy gets you back again. This boy, this boy. Edward Flores. This is one of the hardest songs I ever learned when I was about 13 years old. And I always screw up the lyrics, so I'm going to cheat. While I'm looking for the lyrics, let me remind you that the Marsh tip jar is open. I learned it in F, and I'm playing it in E flat, which is the correct key. Martha, my dear, though I spend my days in conversation, please remember me. Martha, my love, don't forget me. Martha, my dear, hold your head up, you silly girl. Look what you've done. Yourself in the thick of it. Help yourself to a bit of what is all around you. You silly girl. Take a good look around you. Take a good look, you're bound to see that you and me were meant to be for each other. You silly girl. Hold your hand out, you silly girl. See what you've done. When you find yourself in the thick of it, help yourself to a bit of what is all around you. You silly girl. Martha, my dear, you have always been my inspiration. Please be good to me. Martha, my love, don't forget me. Martha, my dear. Where do I play again on Wednesday? It's on Coleridge Street, between Fair and Virginia, about a block from the Safeway on Mission, just below Cesar Chavez. Dan Crawford wants to know if I've seen the film yesterday. I did see it, and I have to admit I was a little disappointed by it. Songs are great, don't get me wrong.
And the guy was great. The guy was a really good actor. But it was more. What's the name of the guy who wrote it? Andrea, help me out. Richard Crawford. Is that his name? Um, the guy who wrote it. He did a number of romantic films in England. No relation, Nan. Um, that all were sort of the same kind of movie. And yesterday turned out to be more of that kind of a movie than a Beatles kind of a movie. So I was a little let down. The concept was great. The premise was terrific. But I thought it just sort of turned into that kind of movie, which is not my kind of movie. Gabrielle Hanley would like to hear Let It Be. And Mary Kedash said yes. I used to annoy the students in my high school study hall because I'd practice this on the stage of my auditorium behind the curtain while they were trying to nap. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Oh, I can't believe it. I thought I knew that. And in my hour, see, I thought this was the start of the second verse. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. 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 Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. Though they may be parted, there is still a chance that they will see. There will be an answer, let it be. Oh, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Oh, let it be, let it be, let it be, oh, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. This is the part that drove my study hall mates nuts. Oh, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the night is cloudy, there is still a light that shines on me. Shine until tomorrow, let it be. Wake up to the sound of music, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Oh, let it be, let it be, let it be, oh, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Oh, let it be, let it be, let it be, oh, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Oh, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Thank you for singing harmony, Mary Kedash. Taxman is timely. It was timely 2 months ago, Nan. I'm not sure what you're thinking about there. Oh, but Marsh Stream tip jar. So if you're considering that a tax on your, there's a joke to be made there. I'm not going to. Richard Curtis, yeah. Did I ever meet any of the Beatles? No. I saw two of them in concert. I saw Paul on the Venus and Mars tour at the Cow Palace, and I believe the echoes of the sound system in that cavern are still bouncing around in the rafters somewhere. And I saw John Lennon and Yoko Ono, who came out for the encore of a concert with Frank Zappa at the Fillmore East, and that was quite a surprise. Um, Kenny Hurwitz would like to hear a Ringo song. I'm sorry, the Beatles solo songs do not concern us to hear, especially not Imagine. Um, Gail would like to hear Good Day Sunshine. Okay, I think we've got time for that and the song that I was going to end with. Is that correct? Um, Stephanie or Brian, do I have time for two more songs?
Yes, Joshua, yes, you do.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Good day, sunshine. Good day, sunshine. Good day, sunshine.
Stephanie, I love that you're singing.
I forgot to mute myself.
There's that technical. There was nothing wrong with the way she was singing. She was singing beautifully, but she was about a half a second behind me.
Good day, sunshine. I need to laugh. And when the sun is out, I've got something I can laugh about. I feel good in a special way. I'm in love and it's a sunny day. Good day, sunshine. Good day, sunshine. Good day, sunshine. We take a walk, the sun is shining down. Plants my feet as they touch the ground. Good day, sunshine. Good day, sunshine. Good day, sunshine. Then we lie beneath the shady tree. I'm in love with her loving me. She feels good. She knows she's looking fine. I'm so proud to know that she is mine. Good day, sunshine. 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 Good day, sunshine.
So, I think. Oh, C9. Thank you, Dan, for that timely-ish tax information. Thank you all for coming. I can't say it was the same thing as doing it live, but I'm seeing a lot of warmth in the chat column. I think maybe it's the typeface you're using or something, but it's really nice seeing some old friends and meeting some new ones. It's good to see Joe the Quilter out there. I had no idea. Hope you're singing along as well. Kenny, I think you need to sign up for Candace's singing class on Friday. Can I just say one thing before I do my last song? Why do I do this? I like the Beatles. Everybody likes the Beatles. Not everybody likes the Beatles. A lot of people like the Beatles. They're good. But that's not why I do it. I don't do it because of the goodness of the Beatles. I do it because everybody knows a Beatles song. Everybody knows two songs, at least two songs. And those two songs are Happy Birthday to You and some Beatles song. And you can sing it. And you know the song and you can sing it. And it's my mission, I guess. It's my lot in life to give people an opportunity to sing. And you don't have to sing good. If you want to sing good, great. If you want to take singing lessons, great. If you want to sign up for Candace Johnson's singing class on Friday, please do. But if you don't want to take singing lessons, don't think that means you don't have to sing. You have to sing. You don't have to sing in public. You don't have to sing just because I tell you to, but you have to sing. Singing is really, really good. Singing is pretty much the only art form you can do without anything. Just walking down the street. You don't need a pencil. You don't need a word processor. You don't need a violin. You don't need a stage or lights or a script. Just sing. And Beatles are a good way to sing. Hi, Joel. It's nice to see you too. Here is one last song.
When I call you up, your line's engaged. I've had enough, so act your age. We've lost the time that was so hard to find, and I can lose my mind if you won't see me. You won't see me. I don't know why you should want to hide, and I can't get through. My hands are tied. I don't want to stay. I don't have much to say, and I can turn away. If you won't see me, you won't see me. You won't see me, you won't see me. Time after time, you refuse to even listen. I wouldn't mind if I knew everyone. No, I wouldn't days off you. They're filled with tears that's inside. It feels like years as it seems so long. Girl, since you've been gone, and I just can't go on. And you won't see me, you won't see me, you won't see me, you won't see me. Time after time, you refuse to even listen. I wouldn't mind if I knew of you. The filled with tears since I lost you. It feels like years as it seems so long. Those days to be gone, and I just can't go on. If you won't see me, you won't see me, you won't see me, you won't see me.
I hear you. Very nice. Give yourselves a hand.
Thank you, Joshua Raoul Brody. That was wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you.
I hope you'll come do it again. People in the chat, let us know if you wanted to do it again.
Thank you all so much for coming. Stephanie, thank you for having me. I'll see you next week.
Thank you, Joshua Raoul Brody. Can't wait.